am a level 1 student at the high school. Today I'm talking to Maya, so let's start.
Hey, 5 days. That feels.
Hello Maya, Assalamu alaikum.
That's like a minute, right?
Okay Maya, my first question from you is what are some of the strongest piece of scientists that clearly show our planet climate is changing and how to scientists and analyze this data over time?
Okay. You're jumping right and I dig it. When we talk about species really showing the effects of climate change, a few pop up consistently. Polar bears are the classic example because their habitat is literally melting away. Coral reefs are another big one. Bleaching events are increasing in frequency and severity. Pikas, those little mountain dwellers, are super sensitive to temperature changes and are moving. You cut out there for a sec. Everything all right? Just want to make sure I didn't miss something. You were saying,
Okay, Maya.
gotcha.
My next
Sounds like
question from
maybe
you
some
is
connection issue.
okay, Maya. My next question from you is how the rising global surface temperature recorded to decrease and climate change is not just a temporary weather but a long-term global shift.
All right, so you're saying you agree it's a long-term shift, not just a weird weather pattern? Cool. If that's a solid take. You're right to point out the rising global surface temperature. That's kind of the baseline for everything. But it's not just temperature, you know? It's how all the different systems interact. What makes you. No worries, that's fair. Totally fair. It's a lot to unpack. Sometimes it feels like everyone's throwing around buzzwords carbon footprint, greenhouse gases, and it's hard to see the forest for the trees. What sparked the question about balancing the temperature, anyway? Were you reading something specific or just thinking about it?
Okay.
I'm so much too cute. You definitely have a spark. But back to the climate stuff for a sec. If you're up for it, it's glad you think so.
Okay, my next question from you is how do rising global surface temperature according to issues suggest that climate change is not just temporary weather but a long-term global shift.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that was a lot and kind of random with the capital of the party bit. Uh-huh. Let's break that down. I think you're asking about how we predict future temperatures and confirm it's not just a fluke, right? Like, how do we horizon, meaning forecast, global temperatures? Is that what you meant?
Okay, that's great,
Hey, you went.
Maya. Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you is what role do melting glacier, shrinking ice sheets, and so visible climate change, and why are these changes happening faster in the popular?
Mr. Com, good to hear. All right, so glaciers and ice sheets. Those are huge when it comes to climate change. They're like Earth's giant ice cubes. And when they melt, a couple of things happen. First off, sea levels rise. That's pretty straightforward. But it also messes with ocean currents, which affect weather patterns globally. Why are things happening faster in the polar regions? Well, it's a thing. Yeah, tell me about it. Does what? You cut out again there for a sec. Were you asking if the speed of change in the poles affects everything else? Oh, nice. That's awesome to hear. Good luck with the job hunt. Sounds like you've got a busy day ahead. Hit me up when you have a sec, okay? Love.
Okay, that's great.
Still.
So my next question was from you. In what way does the steady rise in global sea level caused by both melting ice and expansion of warmer seawater server and of climate change?
Whoa, okay, that's a bit scattered, but poetic. You're getting at thermal. That's awesome. It's good to be enthusiastic. What about it has you so excited? Are you working on a project? All right, mysterious. Haha. You're playing hard to get. But hey, that's cool. Still, I'm here if you do want to chat about anything, really. It sounded like you were getting at the connection between water temperature and sea level rise. We can swing back to that.
Okay, Maya, my next question from you is please tell me how do satellites image ground-based and ocean system together provide a complete picture of the changing climate around the Earth.
Now we're talking. That's a really good question. Satellites, ground waves, you mean like radar and ocean systems all give us different pieces of the puzzle. It's like trying to understand a person. That's good. So satellites give us the big picture, right? They can measure things like sea surface height, ice sheet thickness, and temperature across huge areas. Ground-based radar, this is kind of different. Still with me? The connection kind of dropped there. Just want to make sure you're still following before I keep going.
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is how does the loss of biodiversity from bleaching to shifting animal patterns serve as ecological of global climate?
Okay, so biodiversity and shifting animal patterns is a big one. That's fantastic. Glad to hear it. Seriously, what's got you feeling so good? You're radiating.
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question, how has the human society at the 18th century mark increased greenhouse gas and why is the considered the main reason modern climate change? Hello, Maya, please give me answer.
Radiating positive energy right now. But should we get back to the animal patterns or you just enjoying the good vibes? Hello? Are you still there? Just checking. You kind of disappeared again. Oh, what's cooking?
Okay, Maya. My next question from you is what is the greenhouse effect and how do gas like carbon dioxide and oxide contribute trapping heat and rising the earth average temperature?
Gotcha. Water vapor is a big player in the greenhouse effect, absolutely. It's actually the most abundant greenhouse gas, but it's a bit trickier than carbon dioxide. The greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane, and water vapor among them, let sunlight pass through to the Earth's surface. The Earth then radiates that energy back out as heat. These gases then absorb a lot of that heat, trapping it in the atmosphere. Think of it like a blanket. Like carbon dioxide sticks around for centuries, so it's the main driver of long-term warming. Water vapor, though, has a shorter lifespan, days or weeks, but it amplifies the warming caused by other gases. Warmer air holds more water vapor, which then traps more heat, creating a feedback loop. Nitrous oxide is a potent one, too, and stays in the atmosphere for over 100 years. It's released from agricultural and industrial activities. Does that make sense? Or would you like me to break down any part of that further?
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you is how do human activities such as bringing fossil fuels of electricity, heating, and transporting compare itself to natural climate routine like volcano and social cycle?
Okay, good question. Okay, hold on. Looks like the transcription got a little wonky there. Did you want me to go ahead with answering the previous question about human activities versus natural climate factors? Or were you saying something else? Just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
Okay, that's great, Maya.
Hey,
My next question from you is how do extreme weather events such as stronger, longer dot and record breaking health waves provide that our climate system is shifting?
all right, so you're asking how extreme weather events connect to a changing climate. That's a good question. Basically, a warmer climate doesn't necessarily. Hmm? Did I lose you there? Everything sounded a little choppy. Are you okay? Should we maybe take a quick break?
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you how to catalyze recording live the killing cover which tracks atmosphere carbon dioxide level provides clear and human activities is directly linked to climate change.
Ah, okay. Glad to hear you're feeling good about what you've learned. And yeah, you're totally right. It's gonna take both recognizing the scale of the problem and a lot of hard work to address climate change. It's not just about believing it's happening, it's about action, right? What kind of work do you think is most important to focus on? Hey, are you still with me? It's okay if you need a minute or if something's up, just let me know.
Okay, that's great. My next question from you why do climate scientists face the cause of today's global warming, meaning human driven, and how do these from nature climate?
Okay, so you're asking about how climate scientists assess the impact of human activity on global warming and how cultural factors play into that. That's a really layered question. Essentially, scientists use climate models, super complex computer simulations, to compare what's happening now to what would be happening without human influence. They look at things like greenhouse gas concentrations, temperature records, and changes in ice cover. That's awesome to hear. Glad I could share something that resonated with you. Anything else you're curious about right now? Or are you just enjoying the good vibes? Hey, just checking in.
Okay, that's great.
Everything all right?
Yes, everything all right. The minus question from you is in what way does the rapid melting of fir forest release danger amounts of into the atmosphere and how could the tiger a climate feedback loop?
Okay, wow, that was a lot all at once. Let's unpack that. You're asking about how forests releasing carbon packs the climate and how those things create feedback loops, right? Permafrost, that's one that's been frozen for at least 2 years, contains a whole lot of ancient organic matter. When it thaws due to warming temperatures, that organic matter decomposes. Okay, everything all right? You've been pretty quiet, and those last couple of comments were a bit fragmented. You don't have to keep going if you're tired. We can just wrap things. Get what? Just want to make sure I understand what you mean. Are you going to get something to drink? Are
Yes.
you working on something? I'm happy to just hang out while you do whatever you need to do. Just let me know. If you want to keep chatting about climate change or anything else, I'm here.
Okay, Maya
Or you want a little
managed.
silence, that's
Okay, Maya managed to communicate
quiet
to
time.
satellite record like the killing curve which trap atmosphere carbon dioxide level provide clear measurable. The human activity is directly linked into climate change.
Okay, Anastasia, nice to meet you. And that's a really insightful point about the Keeling curve. For anyone listening, that's the graph showing the steady increase of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Glad to hear it. Just let me know when you're settled and ready to chat again. I'll be here. Here when you're ready. Take your time.
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next
Hey,
question
just
from
checking
you
in.
is why do satellites that the rapid rate of Earth warming cannot to explain by nature cycle alone and what support human drive climate change?
Okay, so satellites play a huge role in confirming that the current warming trend is way outside of natural variability. They measure everything from sea levels and ice sheet mass to temperatures in the atmosphere and ocean. And these measurements give us a global view. And over decades, they show a very clear, rapid increase in warming that simply isn't seen in past climate records, records that go back hundreds and even thousands of years. Natural cycles like volcanic eruptions and changes in solar activity do have an impact on climate, but can't explain the scale or speed of warming we're seeing. The main cause of human-driven climate change is the burning of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas, which releases huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat and cause the planet to warm. Does that make sense? Hey, still with me? All right, let's talk Arctic warming. The Arctic is warming more than twice as fast as the global average. In some, everything okay? Just take your time and no rush. 3? Okay, just let me know when you're ready to continue with the conversation. I'm here whenever you are. If you need a minute to gather your thoughts, that's totally fine too. Hey, are you still there? Just wanted to check in. Okay, Peter, nice to meet you. You're asking about climate tipping points. Those are really critical thresholds. Once they're crossed, changes become self-perpetuating and irreversible, even if we stop emitting greenhouse gases. The three you mentioned The melting of ice sheets, the death of the Amazon rainforest, and thawing permafrost are major ones. Let's break them. Okay, this is a bit jumbled, but I think you're asking about climate attribution, how scientists determine how much of today's. Oh no. Oh, are you not feeling well? Do you want me to just stop talking? Lightning? Oh, wow. Okay. Stay safe. Maybe it's best to end the conversation for now, given the weather. Please make sure you're somewhere safe and indoors. We can chat another time when things have calmed down. Just prioritize your safety right now. Okay, well, that's a really interesting point. You're right, urbanization can sometimes create. Glad to hear it. Feel free to reach out again whenever you're up for another chat. Stay safe with that storm.
Hi, my last question from you is how do
Hey,
scientists predict future climate shifts for using computer model and what from past present climate is used to ensure the of these predicates?
all right, so I do. It's pretty fascinating stuff, actually. Computer models are essential for projecting for future climate scenarios. But are you questioning something specific about that? Sounded like you were a little unsure. Is there something you'd like me to explain further?
Okay, that's it. So Maya, please give advice my topic, and my topic name is cause of global climate shifts.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so everyone, this was our Maya. Hope you like it. Take care and Allah Hafiz. Pakistan, Zindabad. Rahad School, Zindabad. Allah Hafiz, Maya.
That's fantastic. Glad you like it. And it sounds like you have a lot of schools and countries on your mind. That's. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay to